In a vast coastal research facility where sunlight cascaded through transparent walls designed to harness every ray of dawn, Dr. Alex Mercer stood quietly before a holographic screen. The screen displayed the Kardashev Scale in all its intricate glory, a cosmic ladder that charted the evolution of civilizations from the rudimentary to the godlike. Sunbeams intersected with floating infographics depicting potential futures for Earth. Enormous fusion reactors powering entire continents, solar nets surrounding the planet, and advanced vehicles hovering above newly built skyways. The hum of busy activity reverberated around him. Scientists conferring in hushed tones, robotic assistants maneuvering precious instruments, and the distant echo of announcements that kept everyone synchronized. Slowly, Alex ran a hand across the interface. The images shifted to highlight Earth's present status, still classified as Type 0, despite major breakthroughs in energy production and a dramatic decline in fossil fuel reliance. Nearby, a digitized voice calmly confirmed that with continued progress, Earth might reach Type 1 in a couple of centuries. Alex exhaled as he processed this fact, his mind brimming with both excitement and caution. Everyone around him sensed the significance of their era. They stood at the threshold of an epoch that had been theorized for generations. When he addressed the smaller team gathered to finalize the latest reactor metrics, his voice carried both inspiration and urgency. He reminded them that throughout all recorded history, humanity had gazed upon the stars as distant beacons of possibility, forging myths and wonders around them. Now, that yearning had grown tangible. With advanced fusion reactors stabilizing, near anti-gravity breakthroughs in transportation, and the seeds of a truly unified global society, the dream of ascending the Kardashev Scale felt closer than ever. Even so, Alex insisted they never forget the lessons ingrained in Earth's ancestral monuments, places like the Great Pyramid or Machu Picchu, where clues about the fragility of civilizations were carved into stone. He believed fervently that these relics were more than historical curiosities. They might hold subtle warnings about unbridled ambition. Later that evening, he moved through a high-tech observatory perched on a remote mountainside under a clear sky teeming with stars. Alone in the half-lit dome, he reviewed a new set of data that had everyone on edge, an anomalous cosmic signal that defied natural explanation. His fingers tapped out a flurry of commands, focusing powerful telescopic arrays on a specific star system rumored to harbor phenomena well beyond Earth's technological abilities. A swirl of light on the screen showed a star enclosed by a vast engineered structure that glimmered in geometric segments. The structure resembled a Dyson sphere, something Earth scientists had only hypothesized. Excitement, fear, and awe intermingled in Alex's gaze as he zoomed in on the data. An AI alert stated that the pattern of energy was undoubtedly artificial, suggesting a civilization harnessing nearly all the power of its star. Moments after this revelation, the door hissed open, and Lena Chun, one of the world's leading astrophysicists, entered with her own readouts. Together, they recognized the significance. A cosmic neighbor, or at least a distant advanced race, had effectively transitioned to a Type 2 civilization. The notion that such an achievement was real, rather than merely theoretical, threw open the door to unimaginable futures. Unspoken between them was the realization that Earth, still fledgling in its energy journey, was in the cosmic minor leagues compared to this stellar power. Within days, governments and top scientific councils worldwide convened to discuss an unprecedented mission, sending a specially outfitted starship to investigate the sphere. The question was how to approach such an entity without provoking hostility or misunderstanding. Humanity's first official attempt to contact and study a civilization so advanced needed to be handled with the utmost care, balancing curiosity with diplomacy. The chosen vessel, christened the Odyssey, was assembled inside a massive hangar, its hull shaped by the most advanced materials Earth had yet created. The design merged cutting-edge fusion drives with experimental gravitational wave technologies, enabling it to traverse interstellar distances faster and more safely than any previous craft. As final checks were carried out, engineers hustled around the ship's luminous wings, making last-minute calibrations. Alex, assigned as mission commander due to his expertise in both theoretical physics and diplomatic coordination, spent time observing the crew. Each member brought specialized skills. Some excelled in quantum mathematics, others in xenobiology, and still others in cultural anthropology. Everyone felt the weight of possibility pressing on their shoulders. When launch day came, the Odyssey rose from the hangar in a controlled ascent, propelled by its roaring engines that modulated into a steady hum once it left Earth's atmosphere. From space, Earth curved below, a mosaic of blue oceans and swirling clouds. Although it was a view that had been glimpsed by astronauts before, this time it stirred a deeper sense of destiny. Officials and citizens across the planet followed the mission's progress. Children watched in their classrooms as screens showed the ship departing Earth's orbit. Families gathered in parks for public viewings of the real-time star maps. Euphoria and anxious hope swept the globe. Achievements that once seemed like final frontiers, reaching the moon, establishing a Mars colony, now looked modest compared to forging contact with a civilization that had tamed a star. After a journey made surprisingly efficient by the newly refined propulsion system, the Odyssey approached the Dyson Sphere. The sight was mesmerizing. A lattice of megastructures encased the star in an interconnected web of reflective panels, reactors, and conduits. Shimmering arcs of energy passed along these struts, reminiscent of rivers of light. The star's glow pulsed in orchestrated patterns, hinting at some intricate system of power transfer or advanced computing. No one on board could tear their eyes from the view. Every prior scientific assumption about cosmic engineering was overshadowed by the reality before them. A smaller craft emerged from the Dyson Sphere's outer shell, floating gracefully toward the Odyssey. It radiated an almost organic luminosity, and from within it stepped Seraph, a being whose appearance defied easy categorization. Seraph's luminous attire and fluid movements implied a life form that had transcended the typical limitations of biology, merging seamlessly with ultra-advanced technology. The initial contact was tentative but respectful. Seraph greeted them in a voice that resonated with a melodic, almost musical timbre, welcoming the humans as newcomers on the path of cosmic knowledge. Through carefully encoded transmissions and empathic gestures, Seraph conveyed that their people referred to themselves as the Stellar Dominion, a civilization that had long since achieved Type 2 status, harnessing and storing the star's output so thoroughly that no single beam was wasted. Yet the more pressing subtext in Seraph's communication was a cautionary note. Many societies rose rapidly only to doom themselves by failing to respect the delicate cosmic balance. Alex and Lena, flanked by a small group of Earth's representatives, were ushered into a segment of the Dyson Sphere, guided by Seraph's craft. There, they entered a crystalline data chamber that pulsed with knowledge accumulated over countless generations. The walls displayed changing arrays of cosmic data, referencing not only the nearby star system, but phenomena spanning multiple galaxies. Translucent conduits glowed with swirling currents, as if embodying wisdom locked in perpetual flux. In the center of that chamber rested a crystalline tablet etched with symbols from various civilizations, some vaguely reminiscent of Earth's ancient glyphs, others entirely alien. Lena's breath caught when she noticed geometric patterns echoing those found at sites like Stonehenge and Machu Picchu. How could these be present inside an alien superstructure? Raj Patel, another member of the team who specialized in high-energy physics, examined the swirling formulas within the crystal. He noted references to quantum entanglement, gravitational lensing, and manipulations of space-time that far exceeded Earth's comprehension. With a sense of reverence, Alex commented that Earth's own monuments might be the residue of a lost or partial understanding, left behind in stone so that future generations wouldn't forget the cosmic potential and cosmic danger of advanced energy harnessing. Seraph, taking in their awe, described how some civilizations once roamed the galaxy openly, sharing knowledge across many worlds, but that era ended in catastrophic conflicts over resources or philosophical differences. The Stellar Dominion and a handful of other advanced polities now maintained only cautious contact, wary of repeating a cycle that had destroyed entire star systems. In a hushed, reflective state, the humans left the Dyson Sphere with Seraph's parting words echoing in their minds. True progress demands a unity of compassion and power, or else it devours itself. The Odyssey's next phase was to travel into a region of deep space. This was the rumored realm of a Type 3 power, known among advanced societies as the Galactic Dominion. Scientists aboard the Odyssey debated whether direct contact was even feasible. The risk of a technology gap was staggering. What if this civilization saw them as pests, or regarded them as anomalies best left unacknowledged? Nevertheless, they proceeded. The Odyssey entered a vivid nebula, swirling with purples and golds, lit by the distant radiance of stars. Suddenly, a communication link opened, revealing the visage of a being that seemed to embody cosmic splendor. This galactic ambassador was majestic and inscrutable, speaking in a voice that resonated with power. The being stated that the galaxy's tapestry hung in a delicate equilibrium, threatened by those who pursued endless growth without learning the lessons of humility. Alex, responding, explained that Earth was not seeking dominion or exploitation. They merely wished to learn. The ambassador's gaze, aglow with what seemed like ancient wisdom, softened upon discerning some sincerity in the human plea. An invitation was extended to a future council, a chance for fledgling and established civilizations to address the dire warnings about unsustainable resource extraction that were now appearing in distant star clusters. Before the Odyssey could convene at such a council, an urgent alarm rattled the ship's sensors. Aurora, the ship's AI, reported an anomalous energy flare at the edge of the galaxy, an unprecedented accumulation of resource usage that risked igniting a stellar cascade event. The data indicated a collection of star systems that had begun to fail from overmining or misguided cosmic engineering. Alex called a meeting of his senior staff in a quiet corner of the Odyssey's command deck. Their faces reflected grim understanding as they realized that a meltdown of cosmic proportions was possible if the chain reaction continued. The warning signs carved into Earth's own monuments, combined with the examples gleaned from the Dyson Sphere and from fleeting glimpses of older, fallen civilizations, resonated with clarity. Ambition untethered by wisdom was a guaranteed path to ruin. A meeting in a higher dimensional realm came soon after, triggered by a moment of visionary shock that overtook Alex. He found himself in a shimmering corridor outside normal space and time, confronted by the Oracle, an entity representing a stratum of existence beyond even Type 3, possibly as far as Type 6 or beyond. This Oracle radiated compassion and understanding, but spoke with a somber tone, cautioning that power without balance tears the fabric of reality. Alex, deeply moved, vowed to guide humanity along a more harmonious path, one that revered the equilibrium of cosmic energies as sacred. Returning to conventional reality, he carried with him a renewed sense of responsibility, acknowledging that humanity's place in the cosmos depended on its willingness to embody stewardship rather than conquest. When the Odyssey finally returned to Earth, the entire planet awaited their accounts with bated breath. Broadcasts from the mission overshadowed all other news. Alex delivered an impassioned address, describing the breathtaking scale of cosmic engineering that was possible, yet emphasizing that Earth needed to mature ethically before it could handle such power. He spoke of advanced civilizations that had reached mind-boggling heights, encompassing stars and controlling galaxy-wide phenomena, but also of the cautionary tales and collapses that came with carelessness. His voice, transmitted in real time across countless screens and devices, urged humanity to unify in a new consciousness of ecological and cosmic harmony. Under the aegis of global leadership and newly formed committees, a sweeping Earth revival initiative took shape, focusing on sustainable energy, the restoration of damaged ecosystems, and the respectful integration of advanced knowledge gleaned from cosmic neighbors. The initiative spanned everything from reforestation programs and massive expansions of fusion infrastructure to subtle cultural shifts in how humans saw themselves in relation to the rest of life. Over time, we began to see the fruits of this collective resolve. Smog-laden cities gave way to airy, plant-wreathed skylines. Old highways were replaced by silent glideways for electric or anti-gravity vehicles, and the polar caps stabilized under global climate management protocols. School curricula changed, introducing the concept of the Kardashev Scale to young minds. Even the oldest ruins, like the Great Pyramid or Stonehenge, became living classrooms, shedding new light on archaic inscriptions that many believed were cosmic messages rather than mere decorative carvings. With Earth stabilizing at a near-futuristic Type 1 threshold, the Odyssey and other ships began forging alliances with off-world entities that shared the ethic of cosmic balance. One by one, representatives from the Stellar Dominion, the Galactic Dominion, and other advanced societies convened in a grand interstellar council. Holographic transmissions allowed delegates scattered across the galaxy to appear side by side, forming a ring of knowledge, experience, and varied perspectives on how to preserve universal equilibrium. Critics emerged too. Some on Earth still scoffed at relinquishing any potential edge in technology, while some alien factions distrusted humanity's sudden pivot to humility, suspecting it might be a ploy. Nonetheless, the momentum toward a new cosmic covenant was unstoppable. At this council, the presider, a being of luminous, shape-shifting energy, spoke gravely of the meltdown threat that was growing in pockets of the galaxy. Citing recorded events from eons past, they explained how entire galaxies had once teetered on the brink of destruction due to rampant consumption of cosmic resources. The measure of a civilization's maturity, they stressed, was not its ability to manipulate matter and energy, but its willingness to steward them responsibly. Alex, representing Earth, stood before the assembly and recounted how, on a smaller scale, Earth's ancient civilizations had left cryptic warnings in their pyramids and temples. These warnings now proved relevant not just to Earth, but to any star-faring society in danger of conflating progress with exploitation. The debate extended late into the cosmic night, culminating in a resolution, a shared vow by advanced and emerging civilizations to collaborate on balancing energy usage across star systems, establish resource-sharing protocols, and invest in deeper research to mitigate or reverse catastrophic cosmic phenomena. Shortly after, the Odyssey set out on an even more audacious journey, exploring the boundary where the galaxy ended and the rumored multiverse began. The data suggested that beyond the standard cosmic horizon lay gateways to parallel universes, each with its own physical constants and evolutionary arcs. Dr. Maria Vasquez, an expert in quantum fields, monitored the sensors as they approached shimmering folds in space, energy fluctuations so bizarre that the ship's instruments occasionally shorted out. Her excitement was palpable. Human science might be on the brink of comprehending the notion that entire alternate realities thrived alongside our own. In one luminous swirl, they entered a plane where a society known as the Luminari had developed in a realm of near-infinite synergy between light and matter. Approached by a floating emissary whose speech manifested as bursts of color, the Odyssey's crew marveled at a civilization that had seamlessly woven technology and spirituality into a single continuous flow. They witnessed crystalline skyscrapers that also functioned as living plants, providing nourishment and clean air, and arrays of floating musical platforms that interacted with quantum vibrations to maintain a stable ecological cycle. Many aboard the Odyssey felt that the Luminari realm exemplified the best of what a balanced path could achieve. Soon afterward, Alex struggled with personal doubts about whether he could truly shepherd humanity towards such a noble destiny. Late at night, in his private cabin, he recorded deeply personal reflections, acknowledging that it was one thing to glean insights from advanced beings or parallel societies, but quite another to transform an entire species from within. And yet, the images of Earth's children learning in newly revitalized environments, the glimmer of cooperation at the Interstellar Council, and the encouragement from cosmic allies like Sarah fueled him. He realized that if they succeeded, Earth's eventual transition to Type 2 or even Type 3 wouldn't just be about harnessing energies on a colossal scale. It would be about forging a compassionate galactic community. Back on Earth, the pragmatic details of the Earth Revival Initiative began to unfold. Cityscapes adopted self-repairing green infrastructure, entire industries pivoted to eco-compatible production methods, and conflict zones found new purpose in collaborative development fueled by low-cost fusion. Humanity, once mired in nationalistic rivalries, gradually united around the premise that its collective destiny stretched beyond a single planet's boundaries. Official recognition of intangible values like cosmic stewardship, ecological empathy, and cultural humility became embedded in policy frameworks. The ancient monuments, for their part, drew researchers and pilgrims from as these transformations took hold, an extended broadcast beamed in from the presider. Their luminescent figure, projected onto Earth's biggest screens, announced the ratification of a cosmic covenant that formalized the entire Council's pledge to maintain universal equilibrium. This included not only resource caps and technology exchange, but also a moral dimension that recognized life's interconnectedness. Applause resounded across Earth's cities and even in its rural expanses, where farmers and fisherfolk who rarely touched advanced technology felt an unmistakable wave of hope. In the largest global observatory, perched on an ocean cliff, scientists and curious citizens alike gathered to watch the signing ceremony. Alex, Lena, and other ambassadors in attendance gave short statements on how Earth's membership in this cosmic covenant marked not an end goal, but a milestone, one rung of the ladder on the Kardashev Scale, with countless more to come. In the final leg of the Odyssey's public mission, they ventured beyond the galaxy's edge in search of new phenomena. Sensors registered an otherworldly flux that might be a gateway to deeper cosmic layers, possibly bridging universal or multiversal boundaries. The ship's windows revealed swirling cosmic tapestry far grander than anything near Earth. Colors and shapes existed that no human language had named. A hush fell over the crew, for they sensed they were dancing at the edges of creation itself. Some believed they sensed intangible presences, watchful and ancient, who recognized the Odyssey's gentle approach. The swirling lights parted slightly, allowing glimpses of entire star clusters that glowed with an unfamiliar resonance. Returning from that boundary, Alex wrote his final log entry of the expedition. He narrated how everything they had witnessed, Type 2 constructs, Type 3 galactic powers, transcendent guardians who might be Type 6 or even beyond, and the parallel wonders of the multiverse, pointed to one fundamental truth. The measure of a civilization is not solely in its ability to wield cosmic forces, but in how it nurtures, connects, and cherishes life across every domain. Though humanity remained in early stages, the journey of consciousness and unity had only just begun. He spoke quietly into his console about the synergy that could arise when old Earth traditions of harmony mingled with the futuristic technology gleaned from cosmic neighbors. He envisioned a world not just free from war and pollution, but brimming with creativity, healing, and cosmic artistry. Over the following years, Earth's progress toward fully realized Type 1 status proceeded steadily. New breakthroughs in quantum communications allowed real-time dialogues with the Stellar Dominion, the Galactic Dominion, and even smaller enclaves that had once lurked in obscurity. Joint ventures tested wormhole travel. Biodiversity soared in rehabilitated regions that used advanced ecological engineering. Each passing decade saw global transformations that would have been unthinkable just a century prior. Even so, the specter of danger remained, an undercurrent reminder that advanced technology could be abused if vigilance waned. Yet as the common ethos shifted toward cosmic responsibility, the seeds of tyranny or exploitation found fewer places to root. Over time, children born into this new Earth took for granted the wonders that older generations had only dreamed of. They learned that their planet was not an isolated rock, but a treasured node in a vast interstellar tapestry. In the story's epilogue, a newly constructed global observatory served as the stage for a synchronized broadcast. Nations gathered physically and virtually to mark the official integration of Earth's policies with the Cosmic Covenant. Holograms of the Presider, Seraph, the Galactic Ambassador, and the Luminary Ambassador appeared overhead, each offering words of solidarity. The Presider's image flickered between shapes, embodying the fluid nature of cosmic energies. They spoke about unity in diversity and how each civilization added a unique chord to the universe's grand composition. Seraph reminded humanity that in forging alliances, it was crucial never to forget the primal lessons inscribed in Earth's ancient stone temples. The Luminary offered a glowing musical phrase that resonated across the entire summit, weaving technology, compassion, and cosmic geometry into one melodic beam of light. The phenomenon left watchers breathless, hearts brimming with renewed resolve. Standing quietly at the edge of the summit, Alex surveyed this tapestry. He recalled the moment in his personal cabin months prior, consumed by doubts, but found solace now in a shared conviction that humanity's potential for wisdom was growing in step with its power. His final remarks, broadcast globally, acknowledged that the Kardashev scale was never just about raw numbers or measuring cosmic achievements. It was an invitation to reflect on humanity's place in a boundless cosmos, forging synergy with the environment, with each other, and with civilizations across the stars. With the summit concluded, he strode outside into a serene dusk. Overhead, stars glinted in patterns both familiar and new, as though the entire cosmos was leaning closer to greet its emergent stewards. In that hush, he and the rest of humanity understood. This was only the beginning of a story that would span eons, a continuous evolution of body, mind, and spirit as Earth blossomed into a luminous node within the cosmic whole. With time, entire volumes would be written about this transition, discussing how monuments that had once been silent relics came to life with discovered meaning, how Earth forged partnerships beyond its skies, and how humans learned that the simplest wisdom, respect for life, was the key to cosmic ascendancy. Like a grand symphony, each note echoed across civilizations, weaving together advanced engineering, compassionate governance, and spiritual insight into a tapestry that reached beyond galaxies. In the end, this synergy became Earth's enduring legacy, a testament that civilizations need not be judged solely by how much energy they command, but by how they guide that energy toward harmony, enlightenment, and the kind of deep empathy that resonates across the cosmos for all time. Thank you for joining us on this odyssey into the unknown. If you found value or inspiration in these visions of possible futures, let your curiosity guide you. The cosmic stage is vast, and our roles are only beginning to unfold. Keep reaching for the stars, and above all, hold on to the balance that sustains us, for within that balance lies the true measure of any civilization's legacy.